Right then, Blues. Grab yourself a cuppa because we got some absolutely massive developments coming out of Stamford Bridge, and trust me, this one's gonna have you glued to your seats. The Nicolas Jackson transfer saga has just taken another dramatic twist, and David Ornstein, the man who never gets it wrong, has dropped what can only be described as a bombshell update that's got every Chelsea fan talking. Now, before we dive into the juicy details, if you're not already subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell because you don't want to miss a single update as this transfer window reaches its climax. We're your home for all things Chelsea, bringing you the most reliable news faster than anyone else. Let me paint you the picture here, lads. David Ornstein, writing for The Athletic, has just confirmed what many of us have been sensing for weeks. Nicolas Jackson is now increasingly likely to leave Chelsea before the transfer window slams shut on September 1st. This isn't some throwaway rumor from a dodgy Twitter account, mind you. This is Ornstein we're talking about. The journalist who's been spot on with virtually every major transfer story in recent memory. So what's led us to this point? Well, it all comes down to numbers, doesn't it? Enzo Maresca's brought in not one, but two strikers this summer. Joao Pedro from Brighton for a whopping $60 million and young Liam Delap from Ipswich for $30 million. That's nearly $100 million spent on forwards, which tells you everything you need to know about where Jackson sits in the pecking order right now. The writing was already on the wall during our Club World Cup triumph, wasn't it? Jackson found himself benched for the final against PSG, watching from the sidelines as Pedro got the nod and absolutely bossed it with two brilliant goals. That must have stung, especially for a lad who's been our first choice striker for the past 2 seasons. But here's where it gets really interesting, the money talk. According to Ornstein's report, Chelsea would want around $80 million to let Jackson go. $80 million? That's serious money for any club, even in today's inflated market. Mind you, when you consider we paid $32 million for him just 2 years ago and he's got 8 years left on his contract, you can see why the board would slap such a hefty price tag on him. The lad's got 30 goals and 81 appearances for us, which isn't shabby by any means. But let's be honest, there have been moments where you've wanted to throw the remote at a telly watching some of his misses. Remember those crucial chances he fluffed earlier this season? Still gives me nightmares, that does. What's particularly telling is the interest he's attracting. Manchester United are sniffing around, which shouldn't surprise anyone given their striker situation. Ruben Amorim clearly fancies Jackson as a solution to their goal-scoring woes after taking over from Erik ten Hag back in November. Then you've got AC Milan dreaming of signing him, according to Fabrizio Romano. The Italian giants see him as the perfect addition to their attack, and their relationship with Chelsea could work in their favor. But here's what's fascinating about all this. Jackson himself seems torn. In a recent interview, he said, "I'm a Chelsea player. The future belongs to God. If there are any changes, you'll know." Classic footballers speak, isn't it? Non-committal, but leaving the door open. He also mentioned having no competition at Chelsea, saying everyone's there to help the club. Brave words from a lad who's just been benched for our biggest match of the season. The reality is Maresca wants 3 quality strikers competing for that number 9 spot as we gear up for what we hope will be a proper title challenge. Pedro's already shown his class, Delap's got bags of potential, and Jackson. Well, Jackson's proven he can score goals at this level, but consistency has always been his biggest issue. From a business perspective, this makes sense for Chelsea. We've already banked over $150 million in player sales this summer, with more deals in the pipeline. The club's forecasting another $115 to $173 million in sales before deadline day, which would take our total to at least $345 million. That's incredible business, and selling Jackson for $80 million would be a massive profit on our initial investment. The question is, do we really want to let him go? He's only 24, still learning his trade, and there's definitely more to come from him. Plus, with Champions League football back on the menu, we need depth in every position. Selling Jackson might leave us short if injuries pile up during the season. But football's a ruthless business, isn't it? If Maresca doesn't fancy Jackson as part of his long-term plans and we can make a massive profit while he still has value, then perhaps it's the smart move. The money could be reinvested in other areas where we need strengthening. What's clear is that this situation is moving fast. Ornstein mentions that updates regarding his future are expected to follow over the next few days. That suggests things are happening behind the scenes, probably involving his agent and potential suitors hammering out the details. For us fans, it's another reminder of how quickly things can change in modern football. 2 months ago, Jackson was our undisputed first-choice striker. Now he's facing an uncertain future at the club he joined with such high hopes. Whether he stays or goes, one thing's certain. This transfer window has shown that no player is safe if they're not performing at the required level. Maresca's making his mark on this squad, and anyone who doesn't fit his vision will find themselves out the door, regardless of their contract length or transfer fee. Keep your eyes peeled over the next few days, Blues. This Jackson saga is far from over, and with clubs circling like vultures, we could see some dramatic developments before the window closes. Whatever happens, we'll be here to bring you all the latest updates as they unfold. What do you reckon then? Should we cash in on Jackson while his value's high, or give him another chance to prove himself under Maresca? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for all the latest Chelsea news. Until next time, keep the blue flag flying high.